Nurse Lucille Anderson, played by Leonie Elliot, was on hand to look after Mrs Clarice Millgrove, Annette Crosbie, after the pensioner developed a nasty infection on her leg on the BBC drama. However, while treating the injury, Nurse Anderson noticed Mrs Millgrove wasn't living in the best of conditions, which led her to seek help for the pensioner. Mrs Millgrove was stubborn however and refused to accept help, but after a fall, Nurse Anderson sought the advice of a welfare officer, who discovered the pensioner's living conditions were worse than originally thought. Stating she was no longer safe to look after herself, the welfare officer informed Mrs Millgrove she would need to go into residential care. However, Mrs Millgrove wasn't going to allow herself to be driven from her home and staged a protest to show she didn't help. When Nurse Anderson managed to get inside the property to try and talk her round, she learnt the heartbreaking truth about how the pensioner had survived whilst staging a hunger strike years before. Mrs Millgrove admitted she was scared about leaving her home as she knew of nothing else, but Nurse Anderson managed to remind her how strong she was. The pensioner then walked about her home, with her hunger strike medal showing proudly, before being taken to the residential home. Nurse Anderson told Mrs Millgrove she would visit her the next day, and true to her word, she did, but was dealt a cruel blow. Having not made it out of bed, Nurse Anderson went to Mrs Millgrove's room only to discover the pensioner had passed in her sleep. Towards the end of the episode, it seemed Nurse Anderson had made an impact on Mrs Millgrove as she left her the hunger strike medal in her will. Taken aback by the gesture and after telling the pensioner how she had feared moving from her home country to live in Poplar, will Nurse Anderson leave her life in a London suburb behind and take on a new venture? Viewers will have to stay tuned to see how Nurse Anderson's journey continues on the BBC drama. Earlier this week, Nurse Valerie Dyer star Jennifer Kirby, 29, revealed how the birthing scenes are recreated for the BBC drama. Appearing on BBC Breakfast, the actress revealed real-life midwife, Terry Coates, is always on hand to help the actors. She's very much in charge of the medical and scientific side of things, Jennifer admitted. She advised on writing the books with Jennifer Worth, so she really is part of it. She's amazing because she's seen it all and done it all, Jennifer continued. The actress also revealed how the birthing scenes are actually filmed. It's a real baby, and Terry the midwife is there. She's got the baby in the right position underneath this blanket and sort of feeds the baby through, and we are there at the other side to catch the baby. And there's also other stuff involved with various liquids and such. Call the Midwife continues Sunday at 9 PM on BBC One.